what are the mistakes people are doing, or what is the care people should take while working on themselves?
What people are focusing is on weight. They're not focusing on the real element of weight. I'm talking about fat and muscle here. So when we talk about fat, they should focus on fat loss.
Always seen that people feel that if they buy expensive clothes, they will look better. What comment on this statement?
Buying expensive is not really necessary, but buying the right kind of outfit for your body silhouette is really important. Now, if you're a taller person, you would wear something like a bootleg to make you look more elevated. But if you're a shorter person, you should avoid wearing stripes because that will make you look more smaller. So these kind of inputs, if you put in your daily wear, and the color palette that you choose is really important. So you have to know how to break your colors. Too many prints on a person will make them look confusing.
So Karan, do you take in consideration the design part of your fabrics also, or your?
In today's times, people want to stand out. Everybody wants to show the world they've arrived. And if your outfits don't speak for you, because they make an impression about you before you actually open your mouth and start talking to people, right? The first appearance, the first look says it all.
So as an industry, tell me, sir, what is the potential of this industry? As an investor, would you be, focusing more on investing into lifestyle-related products, or what is the size of the industry, or what is the path of the industry?
Lifestyle is a great catchword today, and everybody is working towards their lifestyle. Why do people want to earn more? Because they can live a better lifestyle. So that's a very interesting category. Secondly, fashion, garments, these are all very interesting sectors. Now, which sector do you get into? Like I got into with the gym wear and the athleisure brand, Bod Active with Karan, purely because this is one wear which is comfortable. It can be utilized in any scenario, any format.
So we are talking about lifestyle, and we have a beautiful, gathering of experts. Let me start with Nikita. These days everybody wants to look fit and look, perfect, and wants to lose weight or come into shape and all those things. So what is this new wave about looking good, and what are the mistakes people are doing, or what is the care people should take while working on themselves?
Okay, so what's this bringing today is anti-aging. Everybody wants to look good. Everybody wants to look younger. So what people are focusing is on weight. They're not focusing on the real element of weight. I'm talking about fat and muscle here. So when we talk about fat, they should focus on fat loss. And yeah, anti-aging is the thing that is in nowadays, and lifestyle and food and diet and exercise is everything revolving around it.
But what are the mistakes people are doing, or what is the care people should take? That there are a lot of fads, a lot of trends going on.
Yes. So people are confused. They don't know the real science behind it. They don't know the facts behind it. So there are like 500 proteins available in the market. So which one to choose? So they follow some influencers, like who's more popular. So they buy those brands. So they are not educating themselves, and that's why they are falling prey towards more popular brands. So when it comes to education, they should follow the right health coach. So the biggest mistake which they are doing is not hiring the health coach. Either you invest your time in studying, or you hire the right health coach.
It would be very dangerous also to take self decisions on this.
Very dangerous, because people don't know the science. So if I talk to you about choosing proteins, like which one to choose, animal-based proteins or plant-based proteins, I say whatever the protein is digestible to you, you should be taking that.
So I think we are living in a world where it's so chaotic that we need to have different people as different guides for different activities. So if I want to do better business, then business coach is Vinit Bansode. If I want to be healthy and in good shape and eating the right proteins, then I need to take Nikita as my health coach.
Absolutely.
So the more number of coaches you have a better lifestyle. And if I want to dress well, if I want to dress better, then I have to go to Ria. Matlab, I can see all expenditures on this table.
Whatever she suggests you have to buy from Karan.
So if I want to really go to the right gym in the right gear, then I have to talk to Karan. Matlab, I am sitting amongst expenditures on this table. सब लोग खर्चा बढ़ाने के लिए आए हैं.
Good now, kamate kyun? You earn to spend, right? and live a better life.
And it is one life. It is one life. So live it the best. मतलब एकलव्य को एक ही द्रोणाचार्य से काम चल गया. लेकिन हम लोग को तो अलग अलग द्रोणाचार्य लगेंगे.
And if all of us need to know how to make money faster, he's the man. The machine.
You need to spend.
So Riya, you are a fashion stylist, and I've always seen that people feel that if they buy expensive clothes, they will look better. What comment on this statement?
So buying expensive is not really necessary, but buying the right kind of outfit for your body silhouette is really important. Now, if you're a taller person, you would wear something like a bootleg to make you look more elevated. But if you're a shorter person, you should avoid wearing stripes because that will make you look more smaller. So these kind of inputs, if you put in your daily wear, and the color palette that you choose is really important. So you have to know how to break your colors. Too many prints on a person will make them look confusing. If you want to look strong, you wear solid colors. You wear color blocking. You wear monochromatic colors, and that will give you more of a powerful stature.
So can you explain this better? Because then you're not even interested to look at me.
You already dressed well, so I'm like, okay, what advice
So
I
I
give
think
him?
that you've got too many corrections to be done on me. So you're not even looking here.
No.
So what do you mean by photochromatic and stuff like that? Strong colors, bold colors.
Monochromatic is something that you are wearing. Like different shades of green. You have olive green, you have darker green, then you have a more deeper green in your pants. So you are actually in the right zone. That's why I have no comments on you. Well,
I have a question for you, Riya. Like, do people actually, hire a stylist only for events or like weddings and stuff, or are they hiring a stylist for daily basis? Do they actually want to look good on a daily basis? What is it now?
yeah. So people who want to sort of elevate their lifestyle in terms of how they perceive when you walk into a room, like how do you want the other people to perceive you as? So those people do need a stylist on an everyday basis. There could be like different occasions. There could be your gym look. There could be your office look. There could be a
People actually ask you what to wear to a gym.
Yes, what to wear to a gym is very important, because nowadays we'll be like, okay, gym, you're just going for a workout, but no, really, what you wear really elevates your confidence, and what kind of silhouettes you wear is also important. If you're wearing the right kind of sports bra and leggings, that will actually make your workout much more better. You will look confident. You will love to do that workout more.
Wow, that's amazing.
So Karan, do you take in consideration the design part of your fabrics also, or your?
So absolutely, I would say that in today's times, people want to stand out. Everybody wants to show the world they've arrived. And if your outfits don't speak for you, because they make an impression about you before you actually open your mouth and start talking to people, right? The first appearance, the first look says it all. So we are extremely, like high fashion. So when somebody walks in, they, the attention has to move towards them. So that's the kind of products we are designing, and I think that's what's selling. People used to prefer subtle colors once upon a time, but now what we're doing is we're adding a lot of fashion element in that. So you stand out. Everybody today wants to stand out. It's a world of Instagram, as you know. Everybody wants to be visible and wants appreciation, right? And the first appreciation you get is on what you're wearing and how it makes you look.
So I think it's all about building optimum daily discipline. Whether it is discipline with your food, your nutrition, your intakes, the clothes you wear, the way you look, the way you behave, the way you do business. It's all about building optimum daily discipline. And I think it is more towards how we can structure, design and define a well-defined lifestyle. And that can happen only by bringing in discipline.
So your discipline defines your aura. So when somebody who's really fit, well-dressed, has a good personality, walks into the room, you know this person's disciplined. So if you want to do business with somebody who's probably 40, 50 kilos overweight, the impression is this person's lazy. Correct? That's the impression you have about that person. Versus somebody who's super fit, disciplined, has great skin, is a little muscular. This person is looking after himself. So you look after his business too. In fact, today a lot of companies who are hiring CEOs, CXOs, they are seeing how much time they're investing on themselves besides the business. Because the CEO probably looks after himself for 3 years, 3 hours a day, and spends 8 hours at work is better than somebody who's spending 14 hours at work. Because he's a low-risk person, right? He would be your CEO, look after your business for much longer in a better way. He'll look after the business in a healthy way. So he'll keep himself and the business healthy both. If you can't look after yourself, then how are you going to look after a business and keep it healthy?
In fact, I'll give you a real life experience for this. So there was this famous industrialist, one of the top industrialists of the country, and he had gone fundraising to the United States of America, and there were investors sitting in the hall, and this industrialist was 110 kilos, really heavy. Okay, so one investor gets up and says that, how will you manage our money when you can't manage your own weight? Now that industrialist took it so seriously that he became a marathoner. And from 110 kilos, he came to hardly 70, 72 kilos in the span of the next 1 or 2 years. So that's how seriously you get measured and mapped when, your health is not right. Yeah.
So talking about CXOs, I think Nikita will add more, input, because you deal with a lot of CXOs and you help. You are a health coach for them.
Yes.
So what is the feedback? What is the impact of health on a CX?
They simply say that we have been working in this industry for last 15 years and we have not taken care of our health. And you know what happens? Their decision making gets compromised, because in inflamed body, how are you taking sound decision? The toxicity in your body, toxins present in your body, you're going to the medical hospitals, you're taking leaves. That impacts your decision making, and they say we have done nothing for the body. We are just minting money, but we are doing nothing for the body. This is not the way we are expecting our life. Like earn for 15, 20 years and then spend on your body in the disease. So when you talk about medicines and, they bring restrictions to the body. They are not bringing life to your body. So when you come from the hospital, it brings with a lot of restrictions. But when you talk about fitness, it brings you life. So that's what they are missing. I'm dealing with CXOs and directors of large conglomerates, and I've seen their life closely. They are very, very busy, and they need to be alert. They need to be like really physically sound. So my overall experience with the corporate world has been great, and they're very dedicated. They said this is the only thing that we were not disciplined with. And if I can do this, I can do anything in the world. That's the literal feedback I have got from them. So I mean, nutrition plays a very big role in our life, because we can't, really think about food, social gatherings without food, petna hai, kahin bhi khana hai. So this is how people deal about.
So they say, you become what you consume.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are healthy
That's
or
what
not
you-
healthy on the basis of what you consume.
Yeah, because they are also not aware what to eat. Samne jo rakha hai, aap kha lenge. It's like that.
So do you also come across a lot of unfit people, like CEOs, CXOs, or business people?
Many.
Does it impact their personal lives also? Like if somebody is unfit, does it also impact their personal life besides it?
Totally. Confidence. When you're in board meetings and you're standing with a big belly, it does make your confidence down. And when you're going with a good and fit body, everybody first compliments your body. This is how you enter.
It's
You're
also about
entering.
your posture, right? It makes your
Yes,
posture more
posture
stern.
more
Yeah.
stern and sturdy, and people will take you seriously. I have changed my life just because of body composition. So when I was interviewed in multiple companies in my BTech, in my graduation, so everybody was just asking about one question: how did you make your transformation? And I was selected on the basis of this question. So I mean, fitness has really played a big role in my life. Like I've changed my career from engineering to fitness field. Why? Because I don't want to be in an office and getting unhealthy and inviting all the disease and not looking good. I may be earning a lot of money, but if I don't look good, boss, this is not the life I want. So I'm sure people don't want such kind of life.
They say sitting is the new smoking, because it's just like smoking. If you're sitting sedentary in a chair for 8 to 10 hours a day, it's like the new smoking.
Absolutely. So people are missing that muscle component. So they think that fat loss is everything. We need to gain muscle. We need to look good. We need to have mass in the body. So anti-aging, the only component you have is muscle. You cannot beat aging. You cannot be like competing yourself when you were 25, now you're 50. You cannot compete. But muscle is the true anti-aging. If you want to have good posture, you want to walk well, you want to go hiking, like we went Board Active Pay. So it was a wonderful event. And I could see a lot of 50 plus women and men. They're doing a great job, because I want to be independent. So there are two things you need to be. One is you should have money, and I think you can help us. And second is health, that I can help. And third, to build confidence, we need you,
Yeah.
Karan. and-
There are two ways you can just transfer
Yeah.
directly into the bank accounts, make life easy for us, or teach us how to make more.
So I think a lot of entrepreneurs focus on their assets and liabilities, but they forget that their body is the biggest asset. Like people buy vehicles, but the body is the biggest vehicle which will
It's
take
a
you place.
lifelong relation. If you're not friends with your body, you cannot be friend with anyone else. Life.
Yeah, so with a good body also you talk about power dressing, right? Because there is no second chance to create the first impression. That's what people say.
That's true.
Correct.
And it's true to a very great extent, because
Agreed.
when you meet somebody interesting and important who can be your next big opportunity, your first impression has to be the best one. And definitely you need to be dressed right. It's not about expensive clothes or inexpensive clothes. It's about how you carry yourself in those clothes and with what confidence you interact. And definitely a healthy body definitely gives a very different level of confidence. That handshake itself shows the other side who you are. It's your handshake. He's not going to check your balance sheet in the first meeting, or he's not going to ask you which car you came in. But how you come across, the handshake that you do, the first few statements that you speak, it will define you as a personality.
That's true. It's your aura that speaks for you, right? Before you enter.
And there's certain clothing that is like totally on your body shape. So we need stylists. I sometimes use AI, to, which color of
Yeah.
earring, which bangle I should wear, or what accessories, what color, what heels. I need
Yeah.
that because I need to look good. And there's nothing wrong about
And
looking
how
good.
dangerous is it to use AI for understanding what nutrition I should take?
Very dangerous. As dangerous as styling it. So it's an AI.
Yeah.
We have built it. Nothing can replace humans. But yes, it was a need. But when
It can
you
be an
talk
enabler.
about, so I had a fight with AI. How can you recommend nutrition if you can't recommend medication? Because you need to be under the right health coach. Have you checked your biomarkers? Have you checked every parameter? So, like, AI is not asking you these questions. You need to go to the right health coach.
Yeah,
And the
AI
must
is
be.
just very surface level stuff.
Yeah,
It'll just like answer
absolutely.
the basic questions, but deep within your body, what is going on? I
It'll
think,
not make you
yeah,
unique.
only a coach would
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
able
so
to
AI
say.
itself is artificial, right?
Yeah, it's
artificial.
very
It's not real
artificial.
intelligence. It's artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah,
So whatever is
Real
artificial is
intelligence
artificial.
made
So,
artificial intelligence.
it's a
It's
good
not real.
assistant, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's helpful in terms
I
of
agree.
like getting a small.
It's a good enabler. It can
Enabler, yeah.
collect data the way you want.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the decision making is
Yes.
ultimately yours.
So I have a question for Ria. Do people judge your mindset looking at your clothes?
Yes, because I'm a stylist, right? The first thing they'll see is look at me how I'm dressed. If I'm dressed well, then maybe they'll trust.
No, about like real, analysis of a person. Is this person dependable? Is this person punctual? Is this person serious? Is this person matured? Does styling actually, helps in analyzing that, or do people judge how the person is dressed about connecting that to his character or thinking?
Yeah, of course. Like, if I am wearing formal today, I would look more serious to you guys. If I was wearing gym clothes, I would look like someone who's just going for a workout. That
Correct.
is a bit more casual setting. Or if I'm wearing a sort of a party outfit, it's more like, oh, I'm a carefree, casual, like a party person. So whatever you wear would define your personality, and you can be all. Like, you have to just know where to wear what.
So I have
That's
a different
important.
opinion to this, correct? If you actually go to see
Yeah.
the biggest names in the world, they dress the most simply because they don't want to waste their time in taking decisions about what to wear.
choose.
Like Mark Zuckerberg used to wear like a blue jeans and a white tee. That's it, correct? And he could achieve a certain level of success because he didn't waste time deciding what to
It was Steve
what to wear
Jobs.
to wear. Yeah.
Yeah.
correct. So how does that work? Because it's a contrary thing.
Yeah,
Is it just for the general or the Aam Aadmi like we talk that you need to decide what you need to wear, or like even these people because they don't decide and their aura says it all.
But we are talking
Yeah.
about men here.
Yeah,
Not
just men.
even-
That's
Yeah.
true. Like women,
Correct.
I don't think
Women.
many
Oh, yeah.
women would do
Yeah.
it. But some
So
particular
that's
men,
why
it does
we have
Yeah, when the
chosen
man has a
women
very-
as the board activewear is right now mainly women because we understand this very very well.
Yeah, because
we
women
don't
will
want to go
decide.
into the men's wear. That's suit
I think
because-
there should be a differentiating factor between man and a women. So if the
But-
CEO of Facebook was women, I'm sure you could have seen another house only for the clothes.
Yeah, it would
That
just
is
be
such
like.
a-
I just told you my
Very
house
well.
looks like a
Yeah.
warehouse of
Valid observation that you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
men. Steve Jobs is a man, Mark
Yeah,
Zuckerberg is a
so-
man, I think they had very expensive wives who made sure that they wear only one outfit.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Are you talking from personal experience also?
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, some people would just take years to build their aura and their mindset, and then they're okay with wearing maybe, okay, this is my statement outfit. So that also is something that they are known for.
No, I think the point that you guys made, that these are all men, they're not women.
Yeah.
It says it all, because I know I have come across women who say we do not want to wear the same outfit a second time. Correct. They wear like in a year, if they're going to a fitness center 150 times, they actually have 150 outfits. Correct. Whereas a man would be having maximum 10, out of which also he'll take the ones that are in front of him. The three is what you will see him regularly, because that is what is like ironed and come back, or that's just been washed and worn, so that's what comes in front of your face. You pick that up and you go for your workout. Whereas women are very particular to have over 100, 150 outfits each, because they don't want to be seen in the same outfit. They don't, like, a lot of people today are now, shooting their content when they're working out, influencing people to follow a good lifestyle. So these people are very clear that every reel, every Instagram has to have a different outfit. So
Yeah.
May the tribe multiply.
So as an industry, tell me, sir, what is the potential of this industry? As an investor, would you be, focusing more on investing into lifestyle-related products, or what is the size of the industry, or what is the path of the industry?
See, lifestyle is something that what you enjoy and what you want to do the business about. Lifestyle is a great catchword today, and everybody is working towards their lifestyle. Why do people want to earn more? Because they can live a better lifestyle. So that's a very interesting category. Secondly, fashion, garments, these are all very interesting sectors. Now, which sector do you get into? Like, I got into with the gym wear and the athleisure brand, Bod Active with Current, purely because this is one wear which is comfortable. It can be utilized in any scenario, any format. Like, for example, there are people, lot of reserved religions are there in the world, right? So they wear a particular type of clothing. And we have just realized that within that covering, they are wearing athleisure wear, because that gives you comfort. People wear athleisure to the office, they wear it on the airports. So it is a wise decision as a strategic investor. It's a wise decision that if you want to get into the segment of fashion and garments, then which is the segment that you should get into? So gym wear, and athleisure is that interesting category. It is on an explosive growth. It is on an explosive growth wave, and across the world, irrespective of your language or the country, wherever you are, people are getting more accustomed to wearing a lot of athleisure wear, and people have started wearing it when they are wearing blazers. It's an athleisure trouser down, and you are wearing a blazer on that, and people don't even realize the difference. But the guy who's wearing it is so comfortable. Comfort wear gives you a different level of confidence to behave, to walk around, to move around. It gives a very different level of comfort and confidence.
Yeah. Is it like fitness industry is growing, health awareness is growing nowadays, and so your brand is coming at this stage so they can grow simultaneously, because more and more people are enrolling into the gyms.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, we can see every street has one gym around.
I think the fastest growing segment, as per data itself, is activewear in women's wear.
Yes.
That is growing the fastest because women are more, hybrid. They don't mind wearing it to every occasion. They wear it to a dinner. They wear it in the office. They wear it in the gym. Correct. So it's extremely, comfortable for them, and makes life easy. So this is the fastest growing segment. In fact, I'd like to add to what Agnelorajesh said, that there is, we thought, as per our data, certain communities will not be wearing so much active wear. But we actually, when we spoke to people, because we're looking at taking our brand globally, we are making partners in different countries. So we thought that a certain segment or certain religion may not be wearing it as much as possible. But we were told that they are wearing it inside and using it throughout the day. They may be wearing their conservative clothing on top, but inside that's what they are wearing, because they're living in air-conditioned environments throughout the day, right? So the conservative clothing is outside, and the inside, instead of wearing a denim and a shirt, it's been worn by 90% plus women to work. And I was really surprised, and in fact, pleasantly surprised, because we're looking at growing in these territories which have great
I think
spending
we
power.
health coaches can take the credit for it, because earlier people used to think that this is all inherited. We can never look good if we are fat because my mother was fat or my grandmother was fat. So that's why people were thinking that we cannot lose weight. So nowadays people are transforming their lives, and that's why the demand is also increasing more.
But these days there are a lot of these shortcut ways also. You know, the lot of celebrities we see. You know,
Ozempic, Mounjaro.
It's like
All
a
of those?
fitness coach in a syringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to replace
Yeah, fitness
us.
coach in a syringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're trying to replace us, but it can never replace, because the short-term thing, it's a wonderful drug when it comes to patients. But if you cannot make people lose weight in the right way, I would say that health coach is someone who is not appropriate. Like, as a health coach, I have never recommended anyone any weight loss peptide, and everyone has lost weight, right from 150 kilos to 140, 130. Like, I have consulted these people and they have lost weight. So it's all about mindset coaching also. If your mindset is not correct, how will you coach people? I mean, it is going to bounce back. So first thing is mindset. Health coach sets up your mindset. And then there is a drafting or diet and nutrition. If still doesn't work out, then we take a medical care help. So the first thing is correct your lifestyle. And correcting your lifestyle is correcting your mindset. Make them feel good about their body. Make them feel loved about their body. And styling becomes really important, because that's how you're appearing in front of people.
In fact, I believe in that philosophy, and that's why we kept the name as BOD, which is Build Optimal Daily Discipline, right? Because it's just putting the message across that we are a brand which tells you to build your daily discipline. And the brand itself says it all, you know. So it's a reminder. Every time you see your outfit, you remember that I have to build optimal daily discipline.
I think it's for bold women. Bold
Yeah.
for bold women.
Also, it's great that how BOD active outfits are so versatile. Like, it's not just for one category
Yeah.
of women, right? There are mesh tees, there are jackets,
Absolutely.
there are sports bras, and there are different kinds of prints, colors for all kinds. Like, there are brighter colors, there are darker colors. So you can actually choose, okay, what is your personality? Then you go forward with that particular color, and that's what makes it really different.
I think, Ria, I've seen you wear BOD Active in the gym.
Yeah.
I've seen you wear it for business meetings, and I've
Yeah.
seen you wear it for a hike. So,
Yes.
I mean, how does it feel?
I love it because in the West, this culture is very common. Like, people would wear activewear, go for a coffee run. They would just throw on like a overshirt, or like if you need to go for a meeting, you throw on a blazer, as you correctly said. Or if you want to go for a party, you wear a pair of thigh-high boots, and then you put a pair of leather
Correct.
jackets, and you're party ready. So it's like very versatile. Like, you can wear activewear everywhere possible, and it's very soft and comforting to wear. So it's not something that will hinder with your everyday movements, because it's made for movement.
And it has motivated me to become more and more fit, because I want
Yeah.
to look good in bod.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So
it's
more
really
discipline.
motivating, more discipline. Yeah, it's adding the word D.
For
In
sure.
fact, I've also become very conscious about what I consume as far as food is concerned, because just 1.5 years back, I used to be pleasantly plump.
Nice way to put
Very,
it.
very healthy. Very, very healthy.
Very,
very
I
healthy.
needed more cloth for the same suit.
Yeah. But you're
But
paying the
now-
same price.
Yeah. But now what has happened is I'm so conscious that I debate with myself whether I should consume this or not. And secondly, what used to happen is I made one lifestyle change in the way I think about food. Like now I eat when I'm hungry. Otherwise, I don't eat breakfast because it is morning. I don't eat lunch because it is afternoon. I don't eat snacks because it is evening. I don't eat dinner because it
So
is
you're
night.
listening your own body signals.
And when I eat, I'm actually choosing what I should eat.
So, sometimes we need to ask one question from ourselves. This is a cookie in front of us. Am I really hungry? Or is my mind hungry? Am I stressed? That's why I'm eating it. Because I'm not hungry actually. So people should identify what kind of hunger it is. Is my body demanding because there's some deficiency, or my body needs more protein, or my body needs more other nutrients? But people are overeating because they are stressed. They don't know what to
we
do.
call it emotional eating. I
Yeah,
think.
emotional
Yeah.
eating.
No. Emotional eating, they eat when they're sad, they eat when they're happy. So it's like alcohol.
It's sometimes like the flavor and the taste and the smell. It just attracts you. Sometimes you're not hungry. You're just eating
like
for the
lust
sake
for
of
food.
eating.
You know, people are lusting after food. Arey yaar,
Yeah.
swad chahiye. You know, we want a good taste. So
I know so many people who go for dinner after they've had their dinner. So there are so many people. So that is indulgence into excessive food, and it is portion control, and the number of times that you eat. If you have that within range, it is great.
Even giving their gut and the digestive
to
system
rest.
rest.
Yeah.
You need at least 6 hours rest in between 2 meals. It's very important.
6 hours.
6 hours.
They say that you should eat every 3 hours. That's a myth.
Yeah.
And they say
That'll
there
make
are
you more
OMAD
sick.
these days. Is that right?
Sorry.
Is that good? OMAD. One meal a day.
It should happen incidental.
Okay.
If you're hungry, you should eat.
Okay.
But you should identify, are you really hungry? Matlab, when you're hungry, you feel, I just want to eat right now, otherwise I will, what happened to me? So that's your real hunger. You should deserve something. People are eating like Olympians. Are you playing Olympics? You're just sitting at home and you're hogging on food, eating so much different varieties of food. You're not playing Olympics.
The greed of food is very dangerous. मतलब लोग बोलते हैं ना पेट भर गया लेकिन दिल नहीं भरा और खाना है. So it's like
It's a very
dangerous,
bad greed.
very
So that-
dangerous.
This is one reason why I never go on a cruise ship. Correct? Because like you said, on a cruise ship, people are eating one meal per day, which starts from morning and ends in the night. They're only eating all through the day. So
नहीं,
very
but
very toxic
the
environment.
game to challenge yourself is go onto the ship and make sure you control your food. Because I love cruises.
Yeah.
Right. The only difference is now is that you ignore it. So I used to love buffets in hotels. Right. Now I go to the buffet and I eat. I enjoy the salads.
You attend
Yeah.
Indian wedding. It's a buffet
that's
only.
a buffet only.
Yeah.
So they pay 500 rupees as shagan and they eat like 5,000 rupees. They want to eat everything. How can you
Yeah.
eat so much?
Just because it is available.
Yeah, chaat counter to fruit counter to South Indian dishes to North Indian dishes. They eat everything, and then you have 5 varieties of desserts.
So I guess mind control in nutrition, I think mind control is also a subject like how it is in business.
So you want to be a slave of your brain, you have to decide.
Absolutely.
Either you slave your brain
Yeah.
or you become the slave of your brain. So if you want to be slavery free, control your brain.
You know what? There is a new fashion nowadays.
Yeah.
It's called destination weddings.
Yes.
It is a free weight gain program.
Yeah.
It is destination eating right from morning till night. And the host is so generous that he ensures that food is kept in every corner of wherever you are moving in the
Including the room.
complex.
In the room also.
In the room,
In the
also
room
they'll
also,
keep a hamper
yeah.
and all that. The best is if you want to challenge your mental capability that you have developed on your food control, you should be a part of every invite that you get for a destination wedding.
So I think I'll put one invite whenever I'll plan to marry. I'll do one thing.
that's
Check your
pending.
fat percentage. Yeah.
I'm so good we are doing this podcast now. So now it is inevitable for you to invite us.
Yes, definitely. Whenever I'll plan to marry, so I'll think, पहले fat percentage दिखाओ and then we'll go ahead. So I think that should be the criteria.
तो वो होता है ना वो क्या बोलते हैं स्वयंवर. She'll say, everybody give me your BMI. If there are 50 boys, she'll see the BMIs, then shortlist 5 and then decide one.
I hope you are not going to do that with the guests whom you are going to invite.
Yes, for guests it is compulsory because all of them will be my clients.
No, but it was a great experience. So I just came from a destination wedding in Bangkok, and it was a wedding. I think it was kept for the food to be consumed, is what I feel. So every nook and corner there were food thellas, the best variety possible. And the test of my test with myself was I was living almost out of coconut water and the coconut cream.
And the best coconut water. in
And the
Thailand.
best
in
coconut
the world
water
you
in
get.
Thailand.
The fruits
and
and the...
I really loved it. And I felt proud of myself that I could control myself by indulging into the coconut malai and the water.
So I have a very interesting observation here. In psychology, we say the way you do one thing, you do everything else the same way. If you don't have control over one thing in your life, it is difficult that you will have control on other things also of your life. So food, if I am not having control, then also I'll not have control in spending. I'll not have control in being a lenient in other areas. Because discipline is common. If you're disciplined in one area, it shows everywhere. It's like confidence.
It's you,
You
it's your
can't be
personality.
confident at one place and not confident other place. So it's a skill actually. Control is a skill. These days there is a new word called delayed gratification. So if you can delay gratification, now the control that you showed on food, this is the control you will use when you're negotiating in life. Like to give in or not give in, you have the control. So that
if you can negotiate with yourself, then you can negotiate with anybody in this world.
Exactly.
It is absolutely like that. And food is one such subject that if you stop eating what you like, if you begin from there, then you can come to the stage of life where you can start eating what you like in controlled portions.
In controlled portions.
And then
like
you
can
even
enjoy a
feel
destination
the-
wedding
Sorry,
sometimes.
sorry,
I'm
sorry,
so sorry.
Then you even feel the taste even more, right? When you
Yeah.
wait for a longer period of time, and then when you get that, then you feel
Correct.
the reward ratio is quite
Controlled
more.
portions.
Food
Yeah.
is a reward. See, you should earn to eat food. And what is your earning? By spending your time in physical activities as well.
Hmm.
So if you have the right muscle mass for it, consume food. If you have low muscle mass, then your appetite should be regulated. So if your appetite is not regulated, your bone density is low, your lean body mass is low, and still you're hogging on food, that means you're eating wrong food. So right kind of foods will never make you overeat. And that's what
It satiates you better. The right food will satiate you faster.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the one which we are talking about, drugs nowadays that are available, they are working on our satiety centers only.
Yes.
So rather replace your food in such a way that brings satiety. Gastric emptying time gets delayed. Your satiety centers are fulfilled. So we should include those kind of foods in our diet.
Great. So coming to Ria, Karan, we were talking about the traditional way of dressing or the cultural way of dressing. And India is a very cultural kind of a population. So when you're designing or you're, designing some, traditional kind of events, how do you focus on the Western influence and the Indian culture, all the cultural, setup? Do you fusion it, or what is the taste of people these days?
So it actually depends on if it's like a wedding function or if it's a award ceremony function which is happening in India or outside. And if you're supposed from India going outside representing India, then would definitely do like a mix, like a Indo-Western outfit, maybe like a choli and a fish cut skirt, and maybe like a sheer net dupatta, so that you get the Western influence as well as Indian. So you're representing your culture, but also welcoming them in.
So I'm noticing one trend in big parties. Like I went to a Christmas party and I saw Indians wearing westerns and foreigners wearing Indian
Cross
outfits.
culture.
It was very like
Yeah.
I'm wearing some
So coming to
western and
weddings,
somebody
there was a
wearing-
wedding that happened in India about 2 years ago. It was a very big actor. His daughter got married. The groom is like a fitness freak and stuff. He came, they come in Bharat.
cycle,
He came, I think he came running. He came like how you run a marathon. He came jogging for his own wedding, and he got married in activewear. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And-
Yes.
Yes.
He chose to send a message to the world that मैं भाग के आया हूँ शादी पे, घोड़ी पे नहीं आया हूँ, bike पे नहीं आया हूँ. I've not come in a fancy. They could have had like a Rolls Royce coming in, if he wanted it, but he wanted to prove a point. So he came running to his own wedding, and he got married in activewear. That's a great message to go out.
Category now. Wedding
Wedding activewear.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Good, yeah.
I really wish that in weddings also they had fitness parties. Instead of having this sangeet where you're drinking and eating, you can have a sangeet where you're actually dancing in good clothes, activewear, and you're doing the same thing. And there's healthy food options from Sante, and there are healthy drink options, and people are actually wearing fancy, because we have a collection which is like a festival wear for music festivals, where it's like nice and blingy, very dressy, right? So wear stuff like that, dance in a sangeet, probably eat healthy food, and go back home without a hangover. Go back healthier in a wedding. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, like instead of doing a late night routine, you wake up early in the morning, wake up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., meet at the gym, do a run together, do cardio,
Just
Then
imagine
eat
the entire
healthy
Bharat
food.
running and coming. Just imagine.
I would love that.
Correct? Just imagine the whole Bharat is like, like a marathon. Like half a kilometer doesn't have to be very
The
long.
Bharat comes
no,
running in
to
active
give it
wear.
a traditional look.
Yeah. And
Full
Yeah.
Bharat and
Good
board
idea.
active.
yeah, that would be amazing. That would be
Yeah.
amazing someday. But I think
My
we should.
wedding, my
Yeah.
wedding for sure.
Yeah.
We
That's
board
super
active.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then the,
And
and
then
the
the
food is
diet.
Sandesh Babuji.
Yeah, see, we have all everything.
Everything is,
Recommended
the
by
ecosystem is
Nikita.
there in place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she will put
Curated by
the
Nikita.
micronutrients. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ye khao.
And nowadays, people are coming up with a trend. Okay, we have a hangover, so they go for the drips, like glutathione
Ah.
drips, antioxidant drips, B complex drips. So once the hangover is done, Sangeet and all, then next day they are going for IV drips.
Yeah.
So I mean that's sad. That's something I don't like. But people
just
like to
looking at
enjoy that
shortcuts.
way. Yeah, shortcuts.
Yeah.
Taking a big toll on the body by itself, because whatever gets you there faster is carrying a lot of risk and side effects. So Nikita, I have a question for you. We spoke a lot about weddings, and you're like this complex criteria that you have. So how would someone like you want to find like a boy for yourself? What would be your criteria, and how are you going to go about doing that?
First of all, I'm gonna ask him, do you have a gym membership?
Really?
Yeah, of course. Because that's how I get to know that he's spending
All
time
gym
in
owners are
fitness.
going to be happy listening to this.
And second thing, I will be asking for in-body report. Like I need to know his fat and muscle.
So like people ask for Kundli, you're going to
Yeah.
ask for in-body
Yeah,
report.
this is my kundli. This is my way of, judging a boy. And third, I'll be asking for blood tests and biomarkers.
Blood test.
Yeah, I don't want to be a nurse, no?
You don't want to
Yeah, you want to become a wife, not a nurse.
Yeah.
I think all this database she'll get in her current clients itself.
Yeah.
But maybe she has some protocol, no managing the clients, professional engagements are separate.
Oh, that is a very interesting way of thinking.
Very,
मतलब
very interesting way.
लड़कियां आजकल
because-
ऐसा सोचती हैं.
Ah.
And
Yes.
fourth, he should be cooking.
You
Diet
should be
food.
cooking also.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. Cooking is necessary.
I
Cooking
think
is
this-
necessary. I mean,
also.
oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
And Nikita, I think this you can find only amongst married men. Boys ऐसे नहीं है.
यहाँ तो कोई और planet पे जाना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे तो at least I don't see very few men in India matching all the criteria.
Yeah, because if you want to cook, he needs to be well dressed. He needs to be healthy eating. He needs to go to the gym regularly. Only a married man does all this. But that's
Big cross.
a very interesting criteria. मतलब jokes aside, like people have started thinking differently, which is very interesting. I'm happy there is Santesh Spa Cuisine.
Yeah, good for your
Healthy,
business.
yeah.
You can share some customer database. or put up this thing there.
Let's make money together.
I will show this reel to all my Santesh Spa Cuisine ka customer base and even the board active guys.
Yes, board
customer
active.
base. Yeah,
We
I
should.
think उनके भाई हो सकते हैं ना, मतलब board
Of
active
course,
is for
family.
girls.
Yeah.
So somebody in the family might be on that route.
Absolutely.
Surya, I have a question for you. That all these big brands hire this good-looking actors or models, and the clothes look good on them, and we feel that if I buy that, maybe it will look similar on me also. So there is a lot of gap in between this, because every person doesn't look same. So what is the care, or how do we analyze this? If not because it's looking good on a model, it will also look good on me. So what is the care we should take for these kind of shopping?
So nowadays, if you see, like, this is a huge gap in the market. Everyone sort of see models wearing the outfits and imagine themselves, okay, I will also look like this. But then each person's body composition is different. That's why a lot of brands and a lot of designers have started being diverse in terms of who they choose as models. Given even board active, what we've been doing is we're taking different kinds of sizes and making them wear board. So you will get to see how each person looks in each outfit separately. Because a model, it's just to showcase your outfit, right? Especially how you put a hanger and then how the fabric falls. That's the exact way how it falls on the model. It's exactly how it is. But as per your body shape and sizes, now people have started coming up with plus size models, influencers who are into that, like different kinds of sizes, small, medium, large, XL. We try to put in the outfit on all sort of people so that okay, how it will exactly look on you.
So there is a very funny thing that there are people in the society, we say that business, who say that we never take bank loans. That is one part of the story. The real side of the story is no bank is wanting to give him a loan. Similarly, till 1.5 years back, I used to say, I only stitch my clothes. I don't buy ready-made stuff. I used to say that in a very nice way. The real side of the story is no ready-made would fit me. So the right nutrition and to fit in the right clothing, you really need to work on yourself. The
Correct.
way you work on
Discipline.
your career, the way you work on your physique by going to the gym, you really need to work on your lifestyle. And today, by eating the right food, by coming into not the best shape, but to a great extent, the right shape compared to what I was, it's such a pleasure that today I can go proudly shopping around and ready-made clothes fit me. Now, that is the common problem with a lot of people today. So, being healthy is being wealthy. That is right. But being wealthy is not always very healthy. You know, and that is where they must be coming to you, they must be coming to her, you know, because when you really need to start working on the shape of your clothing, that means you have to really start working on your shape
See,
first.
Yeah.
even
Correct.
if you have a headache, you can't enjoy a single function.
Absolutely.
How are you staying in a diseased body?
Yeah.
Like you clean your house, but you don't clean your body. How absurd is that? People are not taking this seriously somehow. I mean, they are falling prey towards food, poisonous food. And nowadays, you can see a lot of adulteration has come into the food. So, how do you save yourself? A lot of plastics, nanoplastics are entering inside the food. Like you talk about masalas, even salts, they have nanoplastics. So, we need to save ourselves. We need to know the right nutrition. And it should be something not opinion, Nikita's opinion or somebody's opinion. It is purely fact based. So, if you want to know the right nutrition, you should know what your body is made up of. So, like before starting the podcast, we were talking about if your bones are made up of calcium, you're not taking iron. We are not making a metro pillar. So, we are making bones. So, you need to know that your bones are made up of collagen protein, and you need to have calcium, K2, D3, magnesium. All these products are needed. So, we need to know the facts. We are above fiction. That's where we will really understand the science behind nutrition, and we will not get frustrated. Otherwise, it will happen that somebody is saying something on YouTube. Okay, this person is saying, you should have almonds with skin, you should have almonds without skin. So people are confused what to answer and what not to answer. So it's all about learning the correct nutrition, just like the correct styling.
Styling. Actually, fitness is becoming such a buzzword. And if you really want to take a fitness test, Karan is building a hiking gang. So he can count the number of mountains every city, every country in the world has. He has hiked so many times. He's always on the top of a mountain most of the times. So actually, he also knows the DNA of every mountain, by the way, especially around Mumbai. So if you want to take a fitness test, you should catch hold of this gentleman, be a part of his community, hiking community, and there you will come to know how fit you are actually in reality. And that fitness test can happen when you do an activity like going on a hike.
It's the best for your heart.
Yes.
You can
Hiking
give
is
a
the best
rating
for
to
your heart.
us, both of us. How
Yeah,
are
we were on
during
that
the
hike. Yeah.
10 on 10, both of you.
Oh,
Very
thank you.
fit.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
good.
Fantastic. So I think there are people who become so conscious that they have started having this hiking clubs and hiking
Yes.
groups, and
Yes.
they plan or forget about he plans a hiking trip as if he's planning a business model. You know, so managing the resources, planning the resources, choosing the location, it's like choosing the market. Planning the resources is like mapping the resources to the new business model that you're launching. So I think the world is thinking differently. The people are wanting to live differently, and lifestyle definitely is also becoming a very critical part of planning and thinking about. We never thought about it a couple of years back. We were just living, working and operating. And like you said, right, like you rightly said, as a nutritionist, that you get people to clean your houses, but you don't clean your own systems. And for cleaning your own systems, you can't get people, right? You have to do it yourself. So it's absolutely nothing but building optimum daily discipline.
This is the only thing that you have to do by yourself. You
Absolutely.
can't hire
You can't
people
hire
to
people
run
to
for
do it.
yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think even
you-
cars get serviced
yeah.
at a certain kilometers or
Yeah.
number of.
No, but like you said, you can't delegate this work.
Yes.
You can't delegate.
Yeah.
You can't, hire people to run for you. Run for me 21 kilometers or hike for me, for that matter. So
Like there's a
I can do
saying,
that.
like you'll have like 1,000 problems, but when your health is down, you just have one problem and everything else just
Everything.
vanishes.
Yes.
Yes. True.
Very
true,
well
true.
said.
Yes, very well said.
Everything else takes complete backseat, and it's you are tackling that one challenge.
So for not to have that one problem, you should look after yourself. You have to build your daily discipline so that you're healthy all your life. Your body is getting detoxed
effort.
every
It's
single
not a
day.
start and stop activity. It's a continuous activity. People think, okay, today I have followed the diet plan or the exercise plan. For 3 months I'm following, I have transformed, now I can get back to the same kind of eating. No, you are going to bounce back. So it's a continuous activity, not a start and stop activity.
So I
which
have a
would
very
say.
inspiring partner. Of course, he's also a very inspiring partner, but I have a very inspiring partner. He knows her before we knew each other and I knew her. Sonal Barmecha, she's the founder of Sante Spa Cuisine. She is such a fitness freak that she created the whole business model around the fitness regime that she believes in, about the type of food that she wants to consume. And that's the reason why more than 70% of the food that you get at Sante Spa Cuisine is invented by Sante. And she's a fitness freak to an extent that even if whatever time she sleeps at, she will wake up at 4:30, she will meditate, she will go to the gym for 2 hours. Come what may, it is sun, wind, rain, nothing matters. She will hit the gym every single day, absolutely diligently, not compromise on it. And after that only she begins her day.
And even on vacations.
And even on
she's
vacations.
doing the same thing.
So if she's on a vacation to the US or somewhere else, that's her favorite destination by the way.
Yeah.
She is cycling, she is jogging, she is running, or she is using the gym of the hotel. But she does not compromise on it at all. She also has an habit. She counts her sleep cycle. She ensures that her body gets X amount of X hours of sleep.
Highly ignored component. Huh?
Highly ignored component. Sleep is another highly ignored component. But she measures her sleep. She measures what she consumes. She goes beyond that and she designs food what the world can also enjoy, what she is enjoying. And she also makes sure that she is in the gym every single day before sunrise. And her hobby is to see the sunrise and click the sunrise. That is her hobby. So that's a target that she achieves every single day. And the proud part is, most of the times in the gym, she wears Bod Active.
That's even more.
And vice versa, one of his favorite destinations to indulge into good food is Sante Spa Cuisine.
I think I'm wearing the brand color, green.
Green.
I've had Sante food and I'd say the flavors are really nice. And the best part is that it meets our health target.
It's I think one of the best places
See, it
to
also
eat.
mixes with the
healthy
founder's
food.
energy.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
if she's thinking right, if she wants the world to have such kind of food, she's passing her vibes also.
Every business carries the aura of the founder. Every business, like if it is Bod Active Daily Discipline or Bod Active, that is Karan's aura. Because he is a health freak. The gym that he started, it's an extension of his personality.
I can see him in the gym every day. So
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you go to you see any successful business model and you will realize that it is the reflection of the aura of the founder. And as a strategic investor, I just keep looking out for such auras and then invest in those auras.
Yeah.
And just find that aura,
Find the aura and
join that aura.
see,
Just
aura,
participate in that
aura, and aura. So many
Yeah,
auras here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
also some flora.
So you're talking about sleep as an ignored component, and I think eating is also out of stress, and stress and sleep is equally connected. So what is the right advice on this sleeping and stress control?
If you are unable to sleep because of stress, now stress could be physical, emotional, mental. You need a mental coach. Okay, mindset coaching is very, very important. If your mindset is correct, then you're able to manage your stress. You're able to streamline your daily life processes. Of course, we have supplements, natural supplements that can help you in reducing your stress levels, because the moment your cortisol levels are down, your melatonin levels are up. And that's how they work in opposite direction. So in the night, you have melatonin levels high and stress levels, they are very low. Okay. So if your stress levels are high in the night, your melatonin levels are going to decrease. So you need to have a certain coach with you. It could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be somebody you have hired, anybody. It's not like you have to spend money, but you should have a good support system in your life. So that's where you try to combat your stress. Mindset coaching is one of the most important thing nowadays. So sometimes, when I go for stretching, I need to have a mindset. Okay, today I have to take this much pain so that I can have an effective stretch and the results I'm going to get. So stretching is something they can include. And there is one supplement which I can recommend, that is phosphatidylserine. It really helps your nervous system to get, more sensitive
Can you
towards
repeat the name?
stress. Phosphatidylserine.
Wow.
It's a good supplement. Like you can take it, natural
It
supplement.
sounds complicated.
Very complicated.
We'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll put it in the comment. So, I mean, yes, you should always take your health coach advice or your medical professional advice. But that's how you manage your stress, because if your stress levels are high, your sex hormones are going to be low. Testosterone is badly impacted with cortisol levels. So this is more scientific. Like, I'm not going into so much science, otherwise I'll be beaten up after the podcast. So what I'm trying to say is, if you manage your stress levels properly, you're going to wake up on time, you're going to sleep on time, you're going to manage your time properly, you're going to take an effective decision. So you need to identify why I'm stressed. How can I combat it? Can I use yoga? Can I use stretching? Can I have a peer support? Can I have some inspirational or motivational quotes? Like sometimes we follow certain influencers or motivational speakers. So, I mean, find out your space and then try to implement the solution. That's how we are going to work with.
It's easy to command the body, but not the mind. A lot of people don't get sleep because their mind still is awake,
Active.
right?
Yeah,
So
it's
if you're
active.
not getting sleep, it's because of that, and that is going to impact your body,
Like
show up
as I
everywhere.
said earlier, that you're going to be the slave of your brain, or are you going to make your brain slave? So you are the master. You don't have to forget this. I can control my mind. Yes, I can do it. So positive affirmations are very, very important when it comes to
So in
winning
spirituality,
situations.
there is a saying that your mind is a wonderful slave, but a dangerous master. So if you can control your mind, it will do everything that you want to do, and your body and everything will follow. But if your mind is your master, then it's very, very dangerous, and everything is going to go wrong in your ecosystem.
And that is why people are going for pilgrimage. A lot of centers are there. They follow some gurus. Why they are doing that? Because they want to get rid of this stress. They want to control their mind. So
Get it a little slowing down.
Slowing down. So you have to identify, what can help you. What is the right tool to control your brain? You have to learn that.
So one very interesting thing, we were coaching a group of leaders in a big corporate, and in a one-on-one session, one of the leaders said that, earlier I was very motivated, earlier I was very passionate, earlier I was very disciplined. Now I become more lazy, I become more passive, pessimistic, or become very, non-productive. I don't have the desire like I had earlier. And I said, I think this is not your mind, this is your body. And we actually told him to do a full body checkup. And there were a lot of issues in the body, and that was actually impacting his willpower, his motivation, his drive. So many times what we blame as I become lazy or I'm not motivated, it's not the mind or the willpower. Many times it's the body not functioning right.
Yes.
And that is why the motivation is.
Because of lack of discipline. That's why you need to
So
build.
there has to be a sync, definitely sync between the mind and the body. Then it's a rhythm.
And every disease is psychosomatic. It starts in the brain generally.
Yes.
It goes up in the body, and skin
In
being
fact,
the largest organ
nutritional
usually shows up on the
deficiencies
skin.
can also create such problems, like D3 deficiency can also create depression kind of problems. It directly controls your hippocampus in the brain section. So, I mean, you need to check your biomarkers, not just for marriage, but
For yourself also.
get married to your
Self-care also
body.
is important, not just
Yeah.
getting
It's
married.
also important.
No, but I will like to request you to suggest what all should be done. In the caption, we should mention that so that people can get this test done, which is required, which is science for us also today. But we can definitely get it done.
I normally recommend like 32 parameters, but I can name some of them which are very, very important. B12, vitamin D3, thyroid function test, liver function test, kidney function test. And one more test which I really want to recommend is C-peptide and fasting insulin. Because every problem nowadays is related to sugar.
Okay.
A lot of sugar intake is happening. We don't realize, like, for example, if you take, so I have a particular brand for biscuit. I like biscuits a lot. So that particular one biscuit has 14 grams of sugar. One particular biscuit.
One biscuit, not the packet.
Wow.
Not the packet. And
So
I
you're
can
not
eat the
eating
entire
biscuit, you're
packet.
eating sugar actually.
You're eating sugar. Because, you don't realize how much you eat. Something that is addictive in nature, you are going to overeat. That's going to happen. So mindful eating is very important. How much sugar your total food is giving you. So one fact which I can give you is, like I was discussing with him, we all know that your body is made up of 60 to 70% water, right? What is after that? What is the rest of the 30%?
Is it muscle, bones and muscle?
No. 60 to 70% water.
Water.
Now, what is 30%? Is it protein? Is it fat? Is it vitamin, mineral?
Okay.
How much is that? How much you know?
No.
Basic question. I mean, everybody should know it. So, like, I can say 10 to 12% protein, 10 to 12% fat. Fat, to aapko pata hi hai how it
खाली fat
increases.
पता है.
Yeah, khali fat pata hai. But ideally, like, we should have fat in the body. It's very, very important. But 4% is minerals, and only 1% of your total body is carbohydrates. Only 1%. It's a fact. You can check it on Google right now. It's written in MBBS book. And your food plate is 100% sugars. So you calculate such a big mismatch. Are you eating enough proteins to support your 10 to 12% of your body? So this is something called fact over fiction. Again, I'm saying it's not something, my opinion, it's a fact. So we need to study these kind of things. We need to realize these sare facts I have not discovered. It's already written. It's ignored. So ye hamare aage hai hi nahi. So that's why it's very important to know what is correct. I always say, be unconfused. So unconfused, you will be more unconfused in your life.
But about this detoxification, weeks or, this, what do you call it?
But do you know what is detox? Okay, before detox, do you know what are toxins in your body? Everybody is talking about, okay, have this juice, have this supplement, but nobody is talking about toxins. So toxins are nothing but free radicals. I mean, again, the scientific jargons will
Yeah,
come.
technical.
Technical stuff. So we are not going
Please,
so
please.
much technical. But when we talk about toxins are something, for example, a lot of ammonia being collected in your blood. Okay, that is a toxin. Free radicals are toxins. So free radicals, they are like terrorist for your body. Okay, so I give this simple example. Your body is like a country. Okay, and here common people who are staying, like your every cell is made up of protein and fat. And your vitamins and minerals are like police wale. So they are like antioxidants. So these antioxidants, they fight with unknown people in your body. So when we talk about toxins, these are the toxins. They can damage your skin. They can damage your collagen protein. So I told you, like our body is made up of protein and fat. So if you damage any protein of the body, you will see damage in your body. Pigmentation is nothing but a damage to your skin proteins. So damage is done by free radicals. And of course, if you have undigested food, it creates certain compounds that becomes toxic to your body. So you need to know your toxin first and then apply a solution.
That's where your skin becomes inflammatory and stuff like that. You have rashes on your body and stuff like that.
Very high among people, even with fitness people. So one of the key marker is if you check omega-6. Okay, omega-6 is very important for the body. Inflammation is very important for the body. If you're hurt, your brain should know that you're hurt. That's what inflammation does to your body. But it should not be chronic. Inflammation start and stop. So what test we can do for this omega-3 index testing, which will tell you the exact ratio of omega-6 and omega-3. If it is more than 3:1, 4:1, your body is under constant inflammation and it leads to cancers. So most of the vegetable oils, they are omega-6 rich. And people are consuming up to the amount of 50 grams, 70 grams, and you cannot consume more than 2-3 grams in a day. So that's what our diet, is giving us. So that's why these few key pointers you should know, and you should test at least once in 6 months or at least once in a year. You may be eating right, but you're eating from outside. You don't know what kind of oil is being used. So when I did my testing, I got shocked. Oh my God, 50:1, mine. So I took it on ego. right? Ki, how can I have such kind of inflammation? So I got to know because I tested myself. So nowadays it is important because you don't know what you're getting from outside. If you're buying olive oil, is it a pure olive oil you're getting? Is it a mixed oil? Like, you don't know the infiltration process. So that's why testing sometimes becomes important.
I'm sure we should keep testing and we should keep checking
Of course,
on.
definitely.
Of course.
So
Once a year.
Nothing
what
should
you
be taken
what you
for
what you do
granted.
for business owners is what she does for lifestyle corrections.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. So couple of years back, he corrected my signature, and he's a graphologist.
Yeah.
So couple of years back,
Oh, then
he
I'll need your help.
he corrected my signature. Then subsequently, he did a lot of business coaching for me.
So we called it the mind pathology. You know, like the body needs the proteins and all those things. The mind also needs certain amount of emotions in a constant, this thing. So if that is not balanced, your decision making impacts, your productivity impacts, how you feel impact, and everything. So mind pathology is the concept that we work on.
And now he does that through his podcast called Udyogyash, correcting the wrong decisions entrepreneurs take and helping to take the correct decisions for the entrepreneurs on Udyogyash.
Like he rightly said, the mind, the aura of the business is the aura of the person. So Riya, what's up? What are the things you're doing now?
So I'm mostly doing ad films, costume styling. My recent ad released with Maple, which is the Apple authorized resellers. And I've been working on different kinds of ads, like Godrej is happening, Raymond is happening, Shopper Stop. So it's just styling and how do you showcase fashion in a more creative way to the audience so that it doesn't look too
So
monotonous.
how is the taste changing now? With the new generation, what are the changes that are happening in fashion?
So I think right now, old is new because people, we are missing those jingles that we heard when we were kids. Like I remember so many jingles, like washing powder, Nirma. So I don't hear that anymore. So we're trying to like innovate and get the
So
previous
bringing the
ideas.
millennium
Yeah.
So
era.
remixing the old stuff.
Yeah.
That kind
So
of.
getting the retro into the new
So
perspective.
the bell bottoms are coming back.
It is back.
It
it
is
is
back.
back. Yes. Bell bottoms are
Millennials
back.
are coming back.
Yeah. So
Maybe.
that's happening.
Clothing is back from the tight skin fitted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Korean pants and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
So right now, if I check my mom's wardrobe, my mom was an air hostess, so she had these huge long trench coats and stuff like that. And back then, when I used to see it when I was a kid, I was like, "What is this?" But right now, they are in fashion. So then I can just raid her wardrobe and wear everything. And now vintage is new. So if you wear something that is an archival piece that is 20-year-old,
20 years.
it's supposed to be something that's priceless.
oh wow.
Oh.
Vintage
Yeah.
is new.
Yeah, vintage
Yeah.
is new. It's
So I
like
think we need to preserve
Yeah.
our mother's saris and all.
Yes. So instead of throwing out your old clothes, you
Yeah.
repurpose and wear them because now that's
Yes.
sustainable also.
Keep all your suits. You might just get good price 20 years later.
Yeah, you will for sure. Yes.
I'm sure, and
Yeah.
every era has a fashion, and
Yeah.
if it comes back in the new era, it looks
Yeah.
very new and antique and more expensive, more important.
Maybe Agnelorajesh suits will be in the museum.
Yeah.
Tathastu, sugar in your mouth.
Thank
No
you.
sugar in your
But
mouth.
Oh, I got corrected here
Yeah.
itself. Okay.
Protein.
Sugar
protein.
free in your mouth.
Be
Sugar
sweet.
free.
Be sweet. Don't eat sweet. Then
Yeah.
not slogan.
Sugar free in your mouth.
Sugar
Sugar
free.
free. Yeah.
That's also bad.
That's also bad. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good. Good is okay.
Good.
Oh, no.
Again, it's a sugar.
It is a sugar. It's a form
It's a
of sugar.
sugar. It's a form of
It is
sugar.
just tricking yourself.
शुगर क्या है कपड़े बदल के आपकी बॉडी में आ जाता है सो
Right,
इट्स
right.
तो खाली मीठा
Yeah.
बोलो बस.
हाँ बस
मुंह
बस
से मीठा
बस
बोलो. डालो मत अंदर कुछ भी मीठा.
नहीं they are more dangerous people those are very sweet so I think being direct is the good thing.
Yeah.
So I think the entire mankind is in correction mode.
Yeah.
What they eat, what they think, what they wear, how they walk, how they talk, how they behave. It's all in correction mode because now people see through you and they want to see the best version of yourself. And we also want to be in the best version for ourselves. And it cannot be acted. You really need to be in the best version
You
of
have
yourself.
to be authentic.
You have to be authentic.
And people have stopped accepting the way they were looking earlier. Like, it's not inherited. It's your lifestyle, it's your food, it's your workout, everything.
So the way I scare myself is I see my previous photos of the near past. 5 साल पहले का
pictures.
photo अगर मैं देखता हूँ तो डर जाता हूँ. Then I realize that I have to have mind control. So motivation.
And you should be
Yeah.
more on cameras like this.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then
Because
if
that motivates you. And that motivated me yesterday. So I ate less. I skipped that biscuit.
Nice. But right now, like our generation is being so mindful with everything.
Yes.
Like each and every decision, like even I would make, is so like conscious. Like you wouldn't just irrationally do something just for it, because everyone that I see around my circle, they're very like opinionated. They're very careful of what they're eating,
Yeah.
what they're wearing, what they're doing. So that's a very good positive approach to life now.
It's so nice when we get included in your circle actually, because
You are. This is a circle.
It's a circle.
that's good. That's good. That's good. And I think everybody has to work towards building that discipline. And that's what everybody is doing. It's not that people are not doing it. Everybody
and at
is
any
doing
age, you can start at 70. You don't
Absolutely.
have to, you know.
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
50s is the new 30s, and
Yeah.
that's going on.
Can you
Nowadays,
please repeat
like,
that?
people
Because
are-
can you please repeat that? Because
Yeah,
you are not
please.
there and we have crossed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, 50s
So-
is the new 30s. So
Yeah.
kudos to you guys.
Yeah, because people who are
मैंने
50
आपकी age
don't
बता दी,
look
by the
50.
way. I'm so sorry.
People are looking so young day by day, like you can't guess. Okay, what is their age? They may be 30, maybe 20, but no, they
Yeah,
are 50.
It's difficult.
It's there. But in our gym only, we have so many people who are cross 50, but they look so young and fit. It's because of
Yes.
their
That's really
They
well. We
maintain.
have some
Yeah.
people who are really
Yeah,
fit,
you-
and
you
you
can
actually
give-
think that they're more strength and energy than a 25-year-old boy.
Hmm.
you
Of
know?
course, you can appreciate yourself.
it's the lifestyle, yeah.
Absolutely. It's all about lifestyle.
So with that, it was a great discussion, right? And thank you everybody to be a part of this.
Thank
Very
you.
insightful, and I'm sure a lot of people will take decisions after listening to these conversations. But if you have any better hacks beyond what we shared here on this podcast, do share. We will benefit, and a lot of other people will read your comments will benefit. So do like, comment, and share. And you can ask questions to all these people here on the platform, and I'm sure they will answer it wholeheartedly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who asked? You? You asked me if this is honestly healthy? Come on, yeah. Whole wheat spaghetti in pesto sauce. And this is my pick for this festive season. Try it. Honestly healthy. And I'm honest.
I work with and for Konark Cancer Foundation. It's a foundation which takes care of cancer patients. If you know anyone suffering with cancer, then we at Konark Cancer Foundation can connect the person with the right resources and facilities to ensure that the right time, right treatment reaches the patient. Whether it is connecting the resources or providing resources to the cancer patient, we do it all. It also includes support for accommodation in the city of Mumbai. We are associated and connected and networked with the right resources, the right doctors, and the right hospitals. We can bring all of this on a table to you so that it is convenience for you. Whether it is guidance, whether it is medical support, or whether it is operating procedures, our team facilitates every activity required for the patient and the support required for the family. We also connect you to the right NGOs and donors to ensure that you also get financial support and aid to whatever extent possible to ensure that the treatment happens and the life is saved. If you know of anyone who is suffering with cancer, please connect with us. The details are mentioned in the content below. Konark Cancer Foundation is an NGO. It's a not-for-profit organization, and we have lots of volunteers which support this good deed. So get in touch with us and help us to save lives. You too can be a part of this movement. Konark Cancer Foundation. Thank you so much.